Hello everyone. Yeah. Welcome back to Freedom Wars PvP again. Was not expecting to be streaming again so soon. But I'm not against it. We got a pretty stacked lobby today. We got a Ramune, we got an Izayoi, we got an Arakawa who has returned from his long break. Welcome back. We also got a 13. I don't know the rank 18, I'm sorry. And I just called the rank 14 Diablo Luna, even though I know that's completely wrong. But yeah. The lobby is pretty stacked today, so it's going to be very interesting. Well, we're currently in the midst of waiting wars. Also, I should update the, also, let me restart so you guys don't have to see it lagging. Let me update the thing, because I'm the one doing the rolling update for the room. Yeah, looks good. So I do expect that the stream might not get as many views as the other streams, but I'm putting this up for perspective's sake, and purely so people do have a place, you know, like a EN stream of things. So this one benefits the Western community a bit more in this sense. Since I know a lot of people from the PlayStation and Switch versions do like to come along and watch, see what the PC's up to. Otherwise, Arakawa and Izayoi are both streaming currently. So yeah, there is currently 3 different perspectives in this room that I'm aware of. There may be more. There's mine, there's Arakawa's, and there's also Izaya's perspective. What's going on there? Yeah. I guess since we got some time between now and the 8th person coming in, depending on, let's show you the current situation. We have our easy cats now, modded up slightly differently. Started playing with the modules a bit yesterday. SR looks the same. I was trying Power SR yesterday with the same modules. Wasn't that great. in my opinion. There's also headshot damage I have here. That's like, eh. I think I prefer my clip, because I get an extra shot. Not that one. Augmentations. There's been a couple of changes here too. We now have acceleration low health instead of, you know, instead of defense sinners. Since I felt like I was getting killed quite a lot of times when I could have just escaped the situation. I did keep defense low health. Pretty much everything else is the same, apart from that. We got Joe Biden back with us. He's carrying Hibari's Easy Wolf today. He's the president we needed. I thought it was fitting to bring Biden to the conflict. Yeah, we're currently 7 out of 8, as you can see. I'm in my Momo character personality today. I suspect the last person that's going to join is going to be absolutely stacked. There we go. I called it. I did say this lobby is going to be absolutely stacked. Alright. This will be an interesting match, that's for sure. Let me do this. I don't see things.
Hostile forces detected.
I shouldn't see it.
Orders. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame. Caution, kill all levels critical. Foreign functionality at risk. Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of injuries.
Oh my god, I'm running speed though.
Critical damage.
I was in and out like a madman.
Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
watch out for that dragon thing. That thing's killed me too many times.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I knew that was blindly risky, but it was better to take some risk there.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
That was not my best decision.
Time
Sure.
to die, trash. Critical damage sustained.
Oh, Joe Biden got our
Commencing temporary
car.
shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
See, when Joe Biden kills you, it means you decided to vote for him.
The flames burn bright again. Only half the time allotted on this operation remains. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Yeah, this axe got me. I think I'm good. Accessory has me.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
No, this accessory, no. She took some blind risks. Uh-oh, that's not good. I should probably eat a ammo pack just so that I don't run out of ammo.
Assistance required.
anytime soon.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Sustainability of enemy forces reduced to 50%. Critical damage sustained.
No,
Commencing
Biden.
temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained.
Oh, I don't know what I was trying to do there.
Assistance required.
That was not my smartest play. This is actually really satisfying though, this match. People just dropping left, right, and center. There's no chill. And it's good.
Critical damage damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Maybe that defense firearms does help a bit more than I think it does. Well, this is also doing me pretty good. Not that one. Oh wait, I didn't even have my defense buff. I wonder why I got melted so fast.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Caution, allotted operation time almost expired. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Woo! I fucking just took a missile to the face. No, heal!
Temporary shutdown.
Please.
Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary
And we
shutdown.
put up a fight. That was
Assistance
actually a good
required.
match. I didn't even care I lost. It was more of the fact that that was a good match. I enjoyed that. The old Freedom Wars is popping out today, I'm not gonna lie. Got 3 streamers in the room. Honestly, these matches are so damn close, they can go any way. I can't even say.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame.
Uh-oh. I'll make sure I got the correct person.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
No, Joe Biden.
Critical damage sustained.
Wasn't fast enough.
Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Yeah! We got a kill.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Ow. Ow.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of injuries.
Yes, Biden! There we go. It's 4 more years of Biden, boys.
Time to die, trash.
No, please. No.
Lava fire. Burn. The trash. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
I think Biden's language module is malfunctioning. Poor guy.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
He does try. I so badly want that kill, but I know I'm not gonna get it. Not in the way I'm trying.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Ah, I got it right in the spine.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. The flames burn bright again. The fire. Time to die, trash. Lava fire. Burn. The trash away. Only half the time allotted of this operation remains.
Oof, that cat's is kind of deadly. I'm not gonna
Current
lie.
orders cannot be carried out. Reverting to basic orders. Critical damage sustained.
Oh, I spawned really badly.
Temporary shutdown.
This is not gonna help at all.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Yeah, I think I do need defense. We're gonna definitely play around with our orbs a bit more. As much as the acceleration is nice, I feel like we
Critical
definitely
damage
need
sustained.
something else.
Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
So maybe we can work elsewhere. Get things.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Caution, allotted operation time almost expired. Sustainability of enemy forces reduced to 50%. Sustainability of allied forces at critical level. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just too squishy right now, so I definitely do need to change some stuff up for this round. So, to aid in that situation.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Ooh, that took a bad fight. It's gonna cost us the match. We're on the back foot again. Unfortunately, our car would die here.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh. Yep, that was the best decision I made all day for that game. Yeah, Izai's cats is ripping me to pieces, so we're definitely going to have to build spec into more defense. Just so that we don't get our, you know, our bodies ripped to shreds. So, let me do that. Do I want to keep solo health? It's good, don't get me wrong, but I could just replace it with defense and I wouldn't die so hard. I think we'll go back to what I was using yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but like a couple days before. I feel like that's the best build for me. I'll keep the module changes though, because I think they're promising. I think they're helping me secure a few more kills that I wouldn't have gotten before.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame.
Ooh, that's never a
Critical
good thing.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. The flames burn bright again. Required. Time to die, trash. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Oh boy.
Critical damage.
Honestly, I think the defense centers was the better option.
Shutdown.
I felt I was standing a few more blows than I would usually. I really do need to try and stick with the team a bit better though. Sure.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Not finishing power with that defense low health. Wait, who's spearing? Izai, come on, man. Man, pull this spear out.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Health scan initiated. Yes. Advise treatment of injuries.
Oh boy, this is a nasty spot to be in.
Only half the time loaded of this operation remains.
I think I did a great job escaping that,
Critical damage sustained.
considering I could have ended up in a
Temporary
lot
shutdown.
worse position. I think I turned something that should have been a total, like, terrible fest for me
Critical damage
into
sustained.
something that my teammates could
Commencing
use.
temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained.
We need to do something now, because we are finding ourselves on the back foot every single fight. For the most part. I don't know what we do. It's going to be very tricky to figure it out. Freaking Navarro jammer. I couldn't get out of that.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
That is what happens when you overstay your welcome.
Sustainability of allied forces reduced to 50%. Caution, allotted operation time almost expired. Sustainability of allied forces at critical level. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I wouldn't reverse swap my fucking weapon. And I'm screwed if I don't get the fuck out of here. Because there is a Dragon Fang waiting to blast me.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Honestly, this isn't even tougher crowd than the crowd we had the other day.
50%.
Nah, I tried.
Please vacate the battlefield.
Yeah, me and that map just don't get along. Honestly, I could have played that like 10 times better as well. I was just playing pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie. My critical error came from when I was trying to save 13 there. I should have killed Chiro instead, the accessory. If I killed Chiro, I don't think his AA would have gotten up so easily. But I decided against it.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability. Neutralize enemy forces within a lot of time frame. Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of injuries. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Biden, please.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Oh boy.
Assistance.
And I'm screwed. Uh-oh. No, I'm really in a bad spot. When you're jammed like that, you're pretty screwed. At least I died in a more favorable spot now. I wouldn't really call that great.
Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
And I might be fucked here.
Commence a temporary
Yeah,
shutdown.
those three of them.
Assistance required.
I didn't have anywhere to go. I did have somewhere to go. I had the concrete to lick.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I hate the delay when I want to collect the fucking hill. I really do.
The flames burn bright again.
I've literally pressed heal, and about 10 years later, it will finally respond and let me heal.
Redeployment complete. Please minimize wasteful expenditure of life.
Oh my fuck. Oh.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
These arrows are just on me.
Assistance required.
I'm not able to get shit done.
Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh man.
Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Only half the time a loaded Ovis operated fire. Time to die, trash. Lava fire. Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. The flames burn bright again. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. The flames burn bright again. The fire. Time to die, trash. Lava fire. Burn. The trash. Away. Caution, allotted operation time almost expired.
Whew.
Current orders cannot be carried out. Reverting to basic orders. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. The flames burn bright again.
I'm not securing that many kills. Really? Sure.
Critical damage sustained.
This is the
temporary
delicate
shutdown.
balancing act of trying to be someone who's using a cat and trying to run them.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh, I do not know how to shove that heal into me before I died. It didn't help. It just let me live another shot.
Critical damage sustained.
Still, it was
Commencing
interesting.
temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh man,
Critical damage sustained.
I'm all
Commencing
tapped
temporary
out
shutdown. Assistance required.
and healing.
Sustainability of allied forces reduced to 50%. Redeployment complete. Please minimize wasteful expenditure of life. Critical damage sustained.
Ah,
Critical damage
Damn it.
sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
there's something missing.
Assistance required.
You know, maybe I do try the risky strat. We're gonna try another augmentation change. I'm just trying to get a feel for what might actually give me some push that's missing. Alright. So we're gonna try the attack strat. And then we're gonna run defense firearms. Let's see how this goes. Why not? Give us a tiny bit more breathing room that we didn't have.
Hostile forces detected. Neutralize enemy forces with 9 allotted
Oh,
time
but
frame.
yeah, I just remembered it. Let me up a team. Don't stay there. Pretty much asking that guy.
The fire. Time to die, trash.
Alright, now just stick with me, Joe Biden.
My fire will burn you as a pack.
Burn US apart. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will burn the United States apart.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I was able to get a kill pretty easily there, so maybe there is a merit to the attack. But it is very difficult because I'm pumping healing into myself constantly. So that's the downside. Unless I want to stand a chance to not do that, I'm going to be pumping healing into myself pretty much consistently till death. Ooh, that was a lovely
Critical
shot.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I was hoping I could finish it.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Oh. Yeah, I got snipers on me.
Critical damage sustained. The flames burn bright again.
And try and get a more advantageous position to myself.
Damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. The flames burn bright again. The fire. Time to die, trash. Lava fire. Burn. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
That's not my game. It's 2v1. There's no one gonna get out of it either.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I did not enjoy that choice. Fuck me.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing
I was
temporary
just getting
shutdown.
swarmed.
Assistance required.
Oof.
Only half the time allotted of this operation remains.
I healed.
Sustainability of allied forces reduced to 50. Caution. Allotted up. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Ah, that freaking Barbara. That thing is actually doing something.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Why did I think that was a great choice?
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Sustainability of enemy.
I will say, if I can
reduced
land
due to
headshots,
critical
I will
damage
delete
sustained.
someone.
Commencing temporary shutdown.
I think this is a bad choice.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Wasn't paying attention to
Assistance required.
sustainability. Completely freaked myself out. Arakara was having a bit of trouble with that match, I'm not gonna lie. That match was kind of weird. I think I was happy with how that turned out. Huh. That'd be nice if you could actually see the modules of the players, you know, like weapons. I get why they don't let you do that, but it would be nice. Maybe it's just me.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. The flames burn bright again. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
I feel so squishy now, though. I'm not gonna lie. There's gotta be some way I can balance these
Critical
things out.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No. Why did I even try?
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. burn bright again. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Reload me, come on. You can do it. I know you can.
Critical damage sustained.
That's just not good.
Assistance required.
Yeah, I told you.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Caution. Health
I
initiated.
thought I was getting Hana. Didn't think I was getting you.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Just far too squishy.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
And I'm getting blasted from
Assistance
two
required.
directions. And I got no chance of getting out. I got lost because otherwise I'd just scream in pain.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Only half the time allotted on this operation remains.
What a weird fucking interaction.
Sustainability of ally forces at critical level. Required. Time to die, trash. Lava fire.
Yes.
Burn. Trash. Away.
Yes.
Current orders cannot be carried out. Reverting to basic orders. Caution. Allotted operation time almost expired. Sustainability of enemy forces reduced to 50%.
Oh, fuck.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary
There's only like
shutdown.
one person in this lobby I
Assistance
can
required.
actually kill. I'm not kidding you.
Critical damage.
Oh, I
sustained.
finally killed someone else,
Commence
other than the
temporary
person I was
shutdown.
thinking of.
Assistance required.
I didn't even get to finish my
Critical
kill.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Man, these matches are strange. I just don't know how I feel about them. Technically my strongest map, but I'm gonna swap orcs back because this attack is just killing me. I literally can't do anything with it. I feel more comfortable having the additional health. So I might as well just stick to what I'm comfortable with.
Hostile forces detected. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame.
面白くなりそう
よし
Caution, will all levels critical. Thorn
That
functionality
was
at risk.
us.
Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of injuries.
I think I'm just more comfortable using HP. Do I do as much damage? No. But I think my goal is just pressure exertion. I exert pressure on you.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
ありがとう
Cause look, now I can kind of just comfortably charge in. So HP is definitely the play. So I can survive more hits doing HP than I can if I just, you know, try to
Critical
brain
damage
dead it
sustained.
with attack.
Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
よし
Ah! Right in the face. That was on me. I deserve that.
すみません行って伸びて
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
本当よ
Ah,
Assistance
fuck.
required.
How many times am I gonna get res today?
ありがとう
Fucking annoying. Like, it's not annoying at the act I'm getting rezzed, it's annoying that I keep dying.
よし
No!
Critical damage
Come on.
sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
もう一度よ。
今度こそ
Critical damage sustained. Commencing
I ain't gonna
temporary
win the
shutdown.
sniper battle, am I?
Assistance required.
It's not really a point fighting it. If I can help it. It's just, I can't see what's even going on at this point.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
頑張らないと
Only half the time allotted of this operation. Critical damage sustained.
Ah, fuck
Temporary
me.
shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
He pyro jammed again. My game.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Game dropped to like
Assistance
0
required.
frames per second, or God knows how long.
Sustainability of allied forces reduced to 50%. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh boy. I'm screwed. There is no way I get out of this. Not alive anyway. Too many people converging
Critical
on me.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Who was trying to res me? That's probably not a great move. Oh, what have I walked into? Oh, that's a way to go. I'm not even gonna lie.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. The flames burn bright again. For fire. Time to die trash. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
落ちたよ。
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
My ideas are very short right now. I don't even know. I'm just gonna take a blind risk. I'm at a point where it isn't gonna hurt me to try.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability. Neutralize enemy forces.
Whew,
behind a line
the
of
struggle to
counter-
win. That's what this is. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, I traded my SR out for that, didn't I? Why did I forget that I traded my SR out for a melee? It's kind of stupid. Like, for getting...
Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Oh my goodness. I keep getting...
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Uh-oh.
Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I think I like this way the match is playing out of the current minutes, but I feel like if I try to change it, I'm going to make it worse. So, I'm not going to try and change it.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
like I said, trying to change it is probably gonna make the situation worse.
Redeployment complete.
And I genuinely
Please
mean that.
critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
行って伸びてうわ逃げない
May have let that card out a bit too early.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
I just can't do anything. When I get shot by an AW, I basically just give up because it's just bullshit.
頑張らない
I hate the stun. Even in its nerf state, I still hate that fucking stun because the way the game plays, it's very delayed.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
伸びて行って
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Okay.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
行って伸びて
Yeah, I was kind of asking for that. I gotta admit.
今度こそ行って
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
よし
Only half the time a loading of this operation remains.
I was
Critical
gonna die
damage
either way.
sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
頑張らないと
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Oh man.
Assistance required.
行って
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's really not good.
Critical damage sustained.
Okay,
Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Come do it in a while. Yeah, grab the bag. I'll come down later. Sorry about that. Oh boy. This is not good. This is not good. I'm just gonna have to blindly go for it. Yeah. I knew I was gonna lose it.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
頑張らないと伸びて
Caution. Allotted operation time almost expired.
行って
Ah, it's just not worth it. There's a
Sustainability of allied forces reduced to 50%. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
よし
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
That was
damage
the
sustained.
worst kill I've gotten all the
Commence a
time.
temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Honestly, I'm not proud of it at all.
行って行って
Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
終わっちゃった
Meh.
Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability. Neutralize enemy forces within allotted time frame. Health scan initiated. Advise treatment of injuries.
ありがとうです
Revival successful. Please minimize wasteful expenditure of life. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
回復します
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
That either way. Just have to choose.
頑張らないと伸びて
The flames burn bright again. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
頑張らないと。
The flames burn bright again.
よし。
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
回復
The
する。
flames burn bright again.
回復する。本当役立たず。
Survival successful. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
ごめんなさい。
Yeah. I really reached. I'm not gonna lie.
今度こそ。
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Yes.
Nambus. Yeah. Yep, that Nambu hit me. I'm sure it did.
Critical
I'm
damage
just gonna
sustained.
fucking leave it in, eh?
Commencing temporary shutdown.
Actually, no, I might as well
Assistance
get it.
required.
It's gonna be risky though.
大丈夫？
Only half the time allotted of this operation remains.
Oh, Remastered.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
頑張らないと。
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. The flames burn bright again. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
大丈夫？
Fuck me.
Critical damage
That was
sustained.
no right choice there.
Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
逃げない。
Caution, allotted operation time almost expired. Sustainability of enemy forces reduced to 50%.
よし
Sustainability of enemy forces at
I have
critical
no
damage
health,
sustained.
so
Commencing temporary
this could get
shutdown.
interesting very fast.
持ちこたえて
The flames burn bright again. Sustainability of allied forces reduced to critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary
お
shutdown.
役立たず
Yeah, I knew it was going down. I just didn't know when. I'm not even mad about that death or anything, because I knew it was coming.
無事でよかった
Honestly, I might play one or two more, depending on how I feel. I'm just not very enthused about this matching. I'm not very enthused about how I'm playing the game right now. But I still decided to stream so everyone could see what was going down over here, since, you know, not everyone speaks Japanese. And the two people streaming this lobby is the Japanese people right now. So I thought I'd give a Western outlet to, you know, see. Plus, I got things to handle, so yeah. I think after this one or the next, I'm going to call it. And you guys will have to go over to the Japanese channels. Either go to Arakawa or go to GP, and they're both are streaming.
Hostile forces detected. Orders are to deplete enemy sustainability.
No, those are on Twitch, so if you're on YouTube,
Neutralize enemy forces
I
behind a
don't
lot of
know if
time
there's any
frame.
people on YouTube streaming.
痛いよ
That may well be.
Survival successful. Please minimize wasteful expenditure of life.
I don't know why I just did there and accepted that, and why did I bring a sword to the desert. Oh, this has got so many errors. I'm not even good. Oh, we're just gonna have to hope my easy guys can carry me, because otherwise we're doomed.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown.
Ah. Yeah. That was a terrible choice. That was a really terrible
Critical
choice.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary
It's
shutdown.
kind of funny that all the people are
Assistance
streaming there
required.
on the, you know, like streaming currently are on the same game.
よし伸びてる
Oh, at least all the ones I know that are streaming.
行ってないよ
Ah, damn it.
Critical damage sustained.
頑張らない
Commencing
と
temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required. Caution, critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Ah. God damn it. I only just realized they were fighting someone from my behind, so they were covering me. It was just a case of I got caught slipping really badly.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
よし
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Right in the chin. I already did take it on the
Critical
chin.
damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
ごめんなさい 逃げないよし教育してあげないと
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
No, Arakawa. I don't even think I got the right person. I don't think I'm dead anyway. Shouldn't have even tried it. Should have just left it.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
今度こそ戦闘を続行するの伸びて
Only half the time allotted of this operation remains.
伸びて
Critical damage sustained.
Man,
Commencing temporary shutdown.
sometimes this is just insufferable.
よし
I'm not even
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Seriously? Defense, low health. God damn defense, low health, man.
回復します本当役立たず
What?
Critical damage sustained.
ごめんな
Commence
さ
a
い
temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Well, I can't really do much.
すいません本当役立たず
Just gotta get shot in the face again. It's not like the most glamorous thing, but that's what's happened.
逃げない
Critical damage sustained. Commence a temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Seriously?
Caution. Allotted operation time almost expired.
Just gotta get in it. Yeah.
Critical
Sitting
damage
here
sustained.
chugging health uselessly.
Commencing temporary shutdown.
Fuck me.
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
終わっちゃった
Critical damage sustained. Commencing temporary shutdown. Assistance required.
Yeah, I'm done, I think. Go to the Japanese channels if you want to watch more of this. I'm cooked. I think I've had enough for today. Anyway, see you guys later.